Hi, it's the first week of the next month. For some, it's a salary time, and for others, it's a dreadful time. I am talking about coaching institutes that run solely on Excel spreadsheets and WhatsApp. The first week is all about chasing parents for fees, following up with students, getting payment screenshots on WhatsApp, uploading it to a Google Drive, putting them on a spreadsheet, and ultimately somebody else might just overwrite it because they are also working on the same spreadsheet. And this is just once a month. Do not even get me started about what happens on a daily basis. Most coaching institutes that I talk to have a daily hassle of how to track the attendance, which students are coming in, which are not, who has given a test, what if a test paper gets lost, and moreover, how to give a student feedback on how they've performed. You cannot do everything within a classroom in front of a batch of 20, 30, 40 students. Individual student marks also need to be a little confidential. I'm pretty sure this back and forth chaos is not how you imagined running your institute would be like. And honestly, it's not how it should be as well. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you one platform that we've built for institutes like yours to manage their operations smoothly and how to focus on what you've actually built the institute for: teaching. BrandBlues student management system is built for one kind of a buyer. It is not built for big schools or large institutes. It is built for institutes with 40 to 200 students, are medium in size, do not have a great pocket to keep investing on softwares, but still need a foolproof mechanism to be in place for their institution. And honestly, this segment does not benefit from an off the shelf software system which does not have any customizations for them. Let me take you through our system end to end, and you can decide for yourself. This is your login, branded for your institute, the colors, the logo, everything customized per your needs.
And I'll just put in my login details. And this is your admin dashboard. Everything your office needs in one single place: students, attendance, marks, fees, management, reports, and notices as well. No five different apps, no Excel, no WhatsApp groups to take care of. Just one place. These cards at the top are your morning glance. Total students, today's attendance, tests created all time, what are the number of active students, and the recent admissions as well. This gives you a bird's eye view of what your institute looks like today. Here are your students. All students with their student IDs, their names, their branch, batch, what subjects they have taken, and the status and the actions that you can take. You can also search students by their name or their student ID, and you can filter them by the branch or the batch that they're in. With this little edit button, you can also look at all their details right here and also edit a few details. For example, even their student ID, their name, their passwords, or the class that they're in. For example, if you've made an error in the previous entry, or if they take up more subjects with you, so you can enter that as well. The fields here are also customizable. If you need these to be the parent's phone number, the parent's email ID, that is also doable. There are two ways to add a student to the system. One, you can either create a student straight away from here. You can enter a student ID, their name, their email address that they'll use, the password, and all the details that are required, including their admission date as well. On the other hand, if you have a ready-made student list available in your Excel, we have also mentioned the columns that you require here. You can also straight away import the file from your PC to the system. For example, I have the student list ready with me here. So I am just going to show you the student list first. So I have the student ID, the name of the students, the email address, phone number, class, branch, batch, admission date, the subjects that they've taken. I have everything in the sheet for my demo students. So I will just straight away go here. I'll just upload this CSV and this gives me a pop-up. I can enter a temporary password. that all imported students will use to log in. So I'll just give a temporary password to them, and when they do their first login, they can change their password on their own from their portal. So this is fine. I've just given a welcome at the rate 2026 to them. This populates our student list in just one click. So if you have a list already ready, so you can do that as well. Now, once your students are in, you can click any student, you can edit their details, you can reset their password, deactivate them when they leave. Everything you can do when you're creating a new student, you can do here as well. If we move on to the attendance, so I can select any particular date, I can backdate it as well. Um, I can select a class since we have right now only put in data for 11th and 12th. So I'll select class 11, branch 1 and the subject. So this will load students from that particular branch, batch, subject. This will only load those students. Over here I can individually mark their attendance. For example, one was late, one was absent, whatever. I can do that. Or if everybody was absent or everybody was present, I can just straight away select from here and I will save my attendance right here. So that is how our attendance is done. Moving on to marks. Similarly, you can enter any date, you can select any subject, any class, branch, batch. Let me select a different branch, different batch. Okay, different subject. I can choose from an objective or a subjective test. This is all, you can customize it according to yourself. Whatever your needs are, this can be customized according to that. Okay, so I can enter any test name that I want. For example, I'm putting in test 1, testing. Okay, and I can put in the overall marks. Maybe I put in 50. And I can give any PDF link. For example, over here I'm just putting in google.com. I can also bifurcate this per section, or I can leave this blank also, which means there will be no per section validation. That's it. If I'm putting it per section, it also gives me this validation that 10 out of 50 marks have been entered, and if I put in more, so that will not let me submit it as well. So all of these formulas have been put in place. If you want to put in marks in some sections and leave the other blank, that is also doable. For example, like if your test was of lesser sections, that is also possible. If you do not want to put a section per section marks validity, that is also fine. Okay, so now when we load our students, so see, this says no students found because there were no students of this particular batch. Maybe we can change our batch, we can change our things here. Maybe it will populate. Yes, it is giving us 2 students. All right, so I can enter per subject marks here. Okay. Now see, now that I entered 50 here, it automatically turned it into 10 because our total marks for section A were 10. So it has automatically reduced it to that number as the max, right? So that is there, and there's an auto sum calculation also going on over here, right? We'll, we'll give this student great marks. We can also give them remarks over here. So this PDF link that I'm putting in over here, that is essentially, for example, you want to upload the answer key or you want to upload the question paper of the particular test that happened. So you can put in that drive link over here. You can upload it to your Google Drive. You can put that here, right? Or if you want students to look at a particular resource, that okay, so to revise the test answers, you can look at this particular resource. So that is also possible from here, that PDF mark. Otherwise, also, if for example some student does not attend a particular test, you can also mark them absent from here. So that will just disable their marks column, and that will not count their marks for this subject, for this particular test, instead of marking them as 0. So that is also doable. So you can save the marks from here. Alternative, you can save the marks from here. Alternatively, you can also upload a bulk CSV for this as well. For that, you can see all you need is the student ID, section A, B, C, D, E, and remarks. So essentially, when you enter this first card, when you enter their per section marks, your overall, your test name, everything, so then you can upload a CSV. So that will autofill these fields for those particular students. Now let me save this for you. Okay. For example, there are more students here. Okay. For example, there are 10 students. And right now I just had the time to, or I just could check 5 papers out of that. Now what to do in that case? In this case, I can come back to this page whenever I complete the evaluation of other students or whenever I have free time afterwards. I can select the same date for the exam. I can select the same class, the same branch, batch, the same subject, the same subject type. And I can enter the same test name, that was test slash testing, test1 slash testing. And this will auto populate my already saved marks from the previous entry that I had done. It already populated my overall max marks, my PDF link, my per section marks. I can also change these filters if I want, if there's an error. And it will re-give me the students that I have not entered the marks for, including the ones that I marked absent. Okay, so I can enter all the marks again, whichever are left, and I can hit save. So it will save them for me. Now, if I go to my fees module, over here I can generate a new invoice for any student that I want. For example, I want to generate it for Arav Sharma. The amount for the period of maybe 1500 rupees. I can label the period, how much time is this for, or what subject is this for, and I can give them a due date as well, and I can create an invoice. I have created a sample invoice already here, which is for test candidate 1 that I did earlier. Okay, so it shows me my period, my amount, the amount that has been paid, the due date, and the status. Over here, I can click on remind, it will send them a reminder. I can click on collect, which will record the payment. Right now, it is not active automatically because I have not connected any payment gateway here, but that can also be done once somebody is onboarded with us, right? So since this is just a demo version, so this is just a demo show for you. Further, if we go to management, we can add in our staff members here. We can add in their roles if they're an admin or a teacher. Essentially, the difference between an admin and a teacher will be that the admin will be able to add in more students. They will be able to add in staff members, while the teachers will be able to just add marks, attendance, and notices, right? And they will be able to access the reports. Rest of the fields they will be able to view, but they will not be able to edit. But the admin will have full access to the system that I'm currently showing you. Over here, we can also view reports. For example, I'll take branch 1, B101. I select a subject. If I want it for the full period, I can avoid putting in the dates. Else, I can put in for a specific period. Right now, I do not want a specific period, so I'll just leave this blank. I'll delete these and I'll just generate a report, which gives me the report for Arav Sharma and Diya Patel giving their attendance. And because for this particular subject, they had no marks entered, so there are no marks here, right? Otherwise, I can select a separate subject. There was no attendance, so over here I can still see the marks. And since if you note that we had marked Diya Patel as absent, so it is showing 0 tests for her and it is still showing 1 test for Arav. Now from here I can also download a PDF of his particular result, right? If I see this, okay, it is giving a full student performance report. It is giving me the test marks for whatever test that they've given, and it is giving me a section-wise analysis. Since only a chemistry test was given, so only 1 test marks are over here. Otherwise, for each subject, a separate bar graph will be created and it will populate over here as well. Okay. Similarly, if I just want to see for the attendance, if I want to look at just that for these particular students, I can also do that. Since we had only put in the attendance data for one subject, I can open that. I can download a PDF. This will open and this will show me their attendance for what subject they have the attendance, and how many classes they were present, the total number of classes, the percentage of attendance, and the marks part that you talk about, that will come right below it. I'll show you one complete one also where I have entered the marks and the attendance for the student both. So I'll select class 12th. I have entered that for a test candidate. Select a subject and I won't select a date. So for this particular student, I have entered attendance as well as marks. So if I download their report now, so the report that you see here has their attendance for this particular subject and has their marks as well. I can also do this for the whole batch together. Now coming to notices, I can post a notice here. I can give a title, for example, holiday tomorrow, holiday in lieu of XYZ, whatever, on date, whatever. And I can select my target audience, whichever students I want to give it to, or teachers or admins only. I can select my target audience and I can post this notice.
Everything that I just showed you was what an admin team sees. Now, let me show you what this looks like on the student and parent side, because this is where most of the institutes actually fall down.
So same brand, same login, but what they see, what the students see is just theirs. So the student tab is where they log in. If they log in in the admin tab, they will get an error message. Similarly, if an admin logs into the student tab, they get an error message as well. So I'll be logging in as one of the students that I created initially as a test. I will be putting in their password, their ID, and I will be logging in. Welcome back. So this is where my student dashboard is. Completely branded again to your colors, your brand, how you want to portray yourself in front of your students, how you want your students to see their dashboard. And again, the dashboard, the first page of the dashboard contains everything that a student needs to see at a glance. Their overall attendance, their average marks out of all the tests that that they have taken yet, their attendance by subject, their recent test results, any notices that are coming up, and they can download their report from here straight away if they want to just see their reports. Again, customizable by date. I will just generate a complete PDF for this particular student. As the student, I am able to see all my subject marks. I am able to see my attendance. I am able to see the section wise marks analysis for me. I am able to see my graphs and I am able to see the teacher remarks as well. The students are able to see their profile here. The student attendance is also available per subject that they are in, and they can also bifurcate it. They can see all the subjects together, or they can bifurcate it by subjects. They can bifurcate it by month. For example, if I select January, then there are no records for that filter. and basically they see everything, right? Then if we come to their marks, so the student is able to see a cumulative list again of all the subjects, all the marks that they've secured, the dates, the section-wise analysis. They can filter it again by type, by subject, by month. They can also click on this analyze button, which will get them to a detailed analysis of that particular test that they have taken. For example, this shows the total score that they've gotten, the percentage, the section wise scores, scored maximum percentage in that, the section wise bar graph, the teacher's remarks, and they can also view the answer key, the same PDF link that we had put in. So that PDF link will open from here. Then from here, the students can also see what fees they have pending. For example, for this particular student, we had entered as we saw in the admin dashboard. Here, the student can pay. So this will be connected to your payment portal, whatever you use. And once this pay is clicked, it will redirect there, whatever modes you've chosen, net banking, UPI, that will be the student will be able to pay from there. As of now, it's a demo, so it's just saying that demo mode payment simulated, ask admin to confirm collection. They can also view their notices. For example, we had put in this notice, so the student is able to see, and they will be able to see all notices and updates over here. And lastly, they will be able to change their password from here. So since we had put in a default password in the starting, so the student can just enter that here, and they can enter a new password for themselves, and that will automatically be taken in by the system. So essentially, you do not even get phone calls from students that, I forgotten my password, please change it for me. They can do that themselves.
And the same platform is mobile optimized as well. So, as the admin, you can see everything, the same things in your mobile as well. You can also enter your student details, you can view them over here, you can enter the attendance, marks, the fees details, whatever you want, everything is available on your phone as well, whatever is available on your PC. And similarly, when a student also enters their details, they are also able to see everything that they see on a PC also here. So again, you can see their attendance, their marks, their dashboard. Everything is available to them on the touch of their phone as well. Three things that actually matter even if you take nothing else away. A direct performance report is available at any given point of time for any customized dates. So, knowing where you're standing at right now and how much more preparation you need to ace your exams is there on the fingertips of the student. And for the teachers, they can view all their student reports within a blink of an eye and also hand out to them to parents for even parent teacher meetings. This helps the teachers also know where to focus more on, which students need more help, and what would get their institution results better. Two, parents pay through UPI in their own portal. So you stop chasing. Third, now that you have everything in place, you do not have to switch between Excel and WhatsApp and an actual register and a notebook. So now stop chasing your operations and actually work where it really matters, making the world a better place with more educated and better students in place. If you want to see this running for your institute with your students' life, you can book a meeting with us. The link is in the description and also you can see it on your screens right now. Or you can also book a demo call with us on our phone number, which also we are putting in our description as well. And if you got this far, so you're probably already the right buyer for us. And we also reward our perfect buyers, not just with the perfect operations, but also with some monetary benefits. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more and reach out for your perfect student management system.